Manhole design and cable installation are critical aspects of underground utility infrastructure. Manholes provide access points for installing, maintaining, and repairing cables and other equipment. This narration covers key considerations for designing manholes and installing cables within them. Firstly, consider manhole design. Manhole design must account for several factors, including the size and number of cables to be accommodated, the depth of the underground utilities, soil conditions, and anticipated traffic loads. Manholes are typically constructed from concrete, precast concrete, or polymer concrete. The size and shape of the manhole should be determined by the specific requirements of the installation. Secondly, consider the manhole dimensions. Manholes must be large enough to allow workers to safely enter and perform their tasks. Minimum dimensions are often specified by local regulations and industry standards. A typical manhole might have a diameter of at least 4 feet and a height of at least 6 feet. Larger manholes may be required to accommodate multiple cables or complex equipment. Thirdly, consider manhole access. The manhole cover should be designed to withstand anticipated traffic loads and prevent water and debris from entering the manhole. Manhole covers are typically made of cast iron or concrete. The cover should fit tightly to prevent accidental displacement. Some manhole covers are equipped with locking mechanisms to prevent unauthorized access. Fourthly, consider manhole ventilation. Manholes can accumulate hazardous gases such as methane or hydrogen sulfide. Adequate ventilation is essential to ensure worker safety. Ventilation can be achieved through natural convection or forced air systems. Natural convection relies on temperature differences to create airflow. Forced air systems use fans to circulate air. Gas detectors should be used to monitor the atmosphere inside the manhole before entry. Fifthly, consider manhole drainage. Manholes can accumulate water from groundwater infiltration or surface runoff. Proper drainage is essential to prevent corrosion and damage to cables and equipment. Drainage can be achieved through gravity flow or sump pumps. The manhole floor should be sloped towards a drain to facilitate water removal. Sixthly, consider cable racking. Cable racks are used to support and organize cables within the manhole. Cable racks should be made of corrosion-resistant materials such as stainless steel or galvanized steel. The cable rack should be designed to accommodate the weight and size of the cables. The cables should be properly secured to the racks to prevent movement and damage. Seventhly, consider grounding. Proper grounding is essential to protect workers and equipment from electrical hazards. The manhole should be grounded to a suitable grounding electrode. All metallic components within the manhole, including cable racks and equipment enclosures, should be bonded to the grounding system. The grounding system should comply with relevant electrical codes and standards. Now consider cable installation. Cable installation in manholes involves several steps, including cable preparation, cable pulling, and cable termination. Proper planning and execution are essential to ensure a successful installation. Firstly, consider cable preparation. Before pulling cables into the manhole, they should be properly prepared. This includes cleaning the cable jacket, applying cable pulling lubricant, and attaching pulling grips. The cable pulling lubricant reduces friction between the cable and the conduit, making it easier to pull the cable. Pulling grips are used to attach the cable to the pulling rope or winch. Secondly, consider cable pulling equipment. Cable pulling equipment includes pulling ropes, pulling winches, and cable rollers. Pulling ropes are used to connect the cable to the pulling winch. Pulling winches provide the force needed to pull the cable through the conduit. Cable rollers are used to reduce friction and prevent damage to the cable as it is being pulled. Thirdly, consider cable pulling techniques. Cable pulling techniques vary depending on the size and type of cable, the length and configuration of the conduit, and the available equipment. In general, it is best to pull cables in a straight line whenever possible. Avoid sharp bends or kinks in the cable, as these can damage the cable and increase the pulling force required. Fourthly, consider cable lubrication. Cable pulling lubricant should be applied liberally to the cable as it is being pulled. The lubricant reduces friction and prevents the cable from sticking to the conduit. Use a lubricant that is compatible with the cable jacket and the conduit material. Fifthly, consider cable pulling tension. The cable pulling tension should be monitored to prevent damage to the cable. Exceeding the maximum pulling tension can cause the cable to stretch or break. Pulling tension can be measured using a dynamometer or a load cell. The maximum pulling tension is typically specified by the cable manufacturer. Sixthly, consider cable placement. Once the cable has been pulled into the manhole, it should be properly placed on the cable racks. The cable should be secured to the racks using cable ties or other fasteners. Avoid over-tightening the fasteners, as this can damage the cable jacket. Seventhly, consider cable splicing. In some cases, it may be necessary to splice cables within the manhole. Cable splicing involves connecting two or more cables together to create a continuous electrical path. Cable splices should be made using approved splicing techniques and materials. The splices should be properly insulated and protected from moisture and corrosion. Eighthly, consider cable termination. Cable termination involves connecting the cable to equipment or other cables. Cable termination should be made using approved termination techniques and materials. The termination should be properly insulated and protected from moisture and corrosion. Ninthly, consider safety precautions. Safety is paramount when working in and around manholes. Workers should be properly trained and equipped with appropriate personal protective equipment, including hard hats, safety glasses, and gloves. Gas detectors should be used to monitor the atmosphere inside the manhole before entry. Confined space entry procedures should be followed to ensure worker safety. Tenthly, consider inspection and maintenance. Manholes and cable installation should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure their continued safe and reliable operation. Inspections should include checking for water leaks, corrosion, and damage to cables and equipment. Maintenance should include cleaning the manhole, repairing any damage, and replacing any worn or defective components. Furthermore, consider specific aspects of the southeastern United States environment. The climate in the southeast can be hot and humid, which can accelerate corrosion and degradation of cables and equipment. Manholes in coastal areas may be exposed to salt water, which can further exacerbate corrosion. It is important to select materials and designs that are resistant to these environmental factors. Also, consider the soil conditions. The soil in the southeast can vary widely from sandy soils to clay soils. Some soils may be corrosive, while others may be unstable. It is important to conduct a thorough soil investigation before designing and constructing manholes. The manhole design should take into account the soil conditions to ensure the long-term stability of the structure. Furthermore, consider vegetation. The southeast is heavily forested, and tree roots can be a major cause of damage to underground utilities. It is important to locate manholes away from trees whenever possible. If it is necessary to locate a manhole near a tree, take measures to protect the manhole from root intrusion. This may include installing root barriers or using root-resistant materials. And lastly, consider wildlife. The southeast is home to a variety of wildlife, including snakes, rodents, and insects. These animals can enter manholes and damage cables and equipment. It is important to seal manholes properly to prevent animal entry. Regularly inspect manholes for signs of animal activity and take appropriate measures to control pests. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that manholes are designed and cables are installed safely and effectively. This will help to provide reliable power and communication services to the community. Remember to always consult with qualified engineers and contractors to ensure that your projects comply with all applicable codes and standards. Also, remember to check with the local utility and government officials to make sure you are in compliance with the latest regulations.